is Pastor Robert L. Carpenter II, and I want to remind you, tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and X.com, formerly known as Twitter, The Real Talk with the R.A. Demon Live. We've got a power-packed podcast for you tonight. We're going to be talking about the invasion at the southern border in Texas, and even by the hour and by the minute, things are changing and updating, so you want us to stay tuned and join us tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Real Talk with the R.A. Demon, Pastor Robert. And then also, we're going to be talking about the scandal in Atlanta in Fulton County. Fani Willis, Nathan Wayne, his ex-wife, and Donald J. Trump. It's the case about to be blown because of her scandal. I don't know. Now, these stories are updated by the minute. You want to join us tonight on Facebook, YouTube, and X.com, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And also, we'll be adding a segment called Ask the R&D. Diva. Send in your questions. You can answer any type of medical advice or information you want to get some information on. And then on Friday morning, it'll be uploaded to all podcast platforms on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Rumble, and all those. Anyway, you podcast, the podcast, Real Talk with the R.A. Diva and Pastor Robert. I'll see you real soon. Peace out.
Hey, welcome, everybody. It's Happy New Year. It's back here on Real Talk with the RN Diva. And Pastor Robert. RN Diva, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. Absolutely. Just great.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Glad you're amongst the living.
I know, no broken arms and shoulders and everything.
Just flailing those arms.
That's right. Getting them cuts. Getting them cuts right now. I got to get in the gym.
Okay. I see you done got all extra slim and sexy. They ain't ready for you. Watch yourself. It's
a new year, 2024. I tell you what, this year we're only 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks into this year. And good God Almighty, it's so much that happened. I'm like, well, these next 11 months going to be something else.
Oh, yeah. If it's any indication, it's going to be. Well, you know the word I love to use.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a trip here.
Yes.
So listen, we want you all. We're so glad that you all have joined us. For everybody that is watching us right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X.com, we're so glad that you've joined us. And then also those of you who are listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, we want to remind you that we're on X, Roku, Spotify Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music Podcasts, Amazon Music, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. We're everywhere you want to be. It's Real Talk with the R&D. But please be sure to give us a nice rating and spread the word. This next hour or so is going to be a lot of entertainment, but it's also going to be some enlightenment. There's a lot going on in the world. We're only going to try to hit a couple things in life, but we can't do it all. And don't forget, next week we have a special guest interview. Reverend Raymond Brown of the National Action Now Network out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He's a dear friend of ours on Twitter for 5 years, and he was like, when you're going to have me on, we need to talk about some stuff. So it's going to be a little threesome there. We're going to have the three of us on the screen talking about Chanda, be good. A threesome conversation.
Okay, use your words, honey.
Conversation. But anyway, he'll be with us next week on our podcast, and we want to remind you, join us every week, Thursday nights, live at 7:30 on this particular platform. Anything you want to share with us, R&D, before we jump into our first story tonight?
I'm ready for this year to be an extravaganza. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cat Williams has set it off. He has set the tone. Mm-hmm. 2024 is going to be the year of truth.
Yes.
I'm here for all of that. So I'm willing to see what's out there and what we can do and how we can better ourselves. That's always a good thing. And I got my Pippi Longstocking
y'all should see it.
today.
on the podcast. Yeah, she's got it going on. As always, that's because she is the RN Diva. Let's go to our first story tonight. Let's see. What's going on in the world? Well, the New York Post reports here that Texas Governor Abbott continues laying razor wire around the migrant-engulfed border city despite recent Supreme Court ruling. Now, let me lay some foundation here. What's been going on, y'all, is that we have been seeing literally tens of thousands of illegal migrants, illegal immigrants coming across the southern border, mainly in Texas and Arizona. And it's really bad. Now, I personally, and Diva, we can talk about this and we can argue this point. I call it an invasion. The reason why I call it an invasion is because there are hundreds, really thousands in every little caravan that crosses that are coming here, and they are from multiple countries. It's not just the Mexicans, it's not just the South Americans or Central Americans. There are people coming from China, Syria, Uzbekistan, several countries in Africa, of the continent of Africa. Now, we all know there is no bridge from the continent of Africa to South America or even North America. There is no bridge, or not even a boat, from China or Uzbekistan or Pakistan or India to North America. So how are they getting here? And why are so many coming? Now, if you listen to some people say it's not an invasion. Some people say, oh, there's no border crisis. It's the same amount of people that are coming across that have always come across. I beg to differ. Our Washington, D.C., they're saying that the border is fine, everything's under control. But we're going to show you some, for those of you watching live, we're going to show you some clips and some footage of just this week, just this day, of thousands of people coming across the border. And there's another piece we're going to share to you. Diva, what do you got to say about that?
I say keep in mind, folks, keep in mind that these are not just Mexicans coming across the border. These are several different nationalities coming, several different. Let's keep that in mind. Stop pigeonholing us. Let's keep an open mind and see what the broadcast says, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
All right, let's see here. Let me just show you this one clip here. We're going to show you here. It's going to really blow your mind because I don't know. It's really bad. It's really bad. Let me just show you this. One of the things I want to also share with you is that I'm showing you now some footage, and you can actually go to muckraker.com, and get this documentary here that was just done by these two young men. And I want to show you something here because they are literally, they went undercover. Okay, they went undercover.
United States to
hold on a minute. They went undercover to down to Colombia. All right. And they went undercover to follow these migrants from Ecuador, from Quito, Ecuador, all the way to the Texas border. And it's quite interesting. I'm going to play this clip, and we'll play about 2 or 3 minutes of it, and then you're going to see something that's going to blow your mind.
Non-government organizations offer aid and instructions on how to navigate the mass migration trail. This map, provided by the United Nations, shows all of the migration-related organizations in Tolkien. Aliens receive aid in the form of legal assistance, food packages, healthcare, maps, and more. Some of this aid is incredibly bizarre. The United Nations International Organization of Migration, IOM for short, hands out pamphlets detailing how to put on a condom. It is clear that the intent of these organizations is to direct the masses of illegal aliens to the United States. Consider this map, which shows the route from Colombia to the United States and marks 12 U.S. border crossing points with flags. Many similar maps are distributed by other organizations. This map, distributed by the Red Cross, shows the route from Panama to the United States in painstaking detail. On the back of the map, illegal aliens are encouraged to ride on top of freight trains to reach the United States border. It's worth noting that these maps direct aliens into incredibly dangerous territory, such as the Darien Gap, or areas of Mexico. If this mass migration program were truly for humanitarian purposes, venturing into such territories would be discouraged. Not only are aliens risking their lives by following these instructions, but the United Nations is indirectly helping organized crime earn untold amounts of money by sending millions of people their way to be smuggled. These same criminal organizations notoriously rape women, rob innocent people, and execute their enemies. After crossing into Colombia from Ecuador, the next stop along the route is the city of Pasto. It was here that we discovered a secret staging point for Chinese illegal aliens headed to the United States.
Holy shit.
So right now we are in Colombia at the Cabañas Rio Mayo Hotel. And this hotel that we stumbled upon by accident is a major hub, a major transit point, meeting place for Chinese foreign nationals that are on their way to the United States.
Listen to this.
Last night when we were here, we were eating at this hotel restaurant, and we were the only foreigners that were not Chinese. I mean, literally the entire hotel is just Chinese foreigners. We spoke with the hotel staff here, and they confirmed that. And while there are some women and children, it's mostly military-aged males. There's some right behind me right now, actually. One thing to note is that among all of the foreign nationals that are entering the United States illegally, the Chinese are among the most well-funded and the most sophisticated in the way they go about getting to the United States. Whereas the Venezuelans, for example, are very poor. They just trek up to the United States on foot in mass caravans. They don't have much money. The Chinese are very well funded. They're the ones that are taking planes. We're right across the street from an airport right now. And they also have established networks. And this hotel that we're at is proof of that. It's all Chinese. And for some reason, they all know to come here. It's because they are in direct communication. People that are further up the trail or that have made it to the United States are telling people that are on their way, hey, this is a hotel that's safe for you. We also found we were staying at this hotel, they're expecting Chinese. You could see a lot of the writings, a lot of the signs in this hotel are written in Chinese. Again, this is further proof that it's not by accident. It's not just some sort of one-off occasion that there's all of these Chinese nationals here at this point. This is a known hub, a known meeting place for Chinese that are in transit on their way to the United States.
All right, then that's just a part of it there that you see. I'm going to let this continue to play while in the background here. So, Diva, it sounds like an invasion to me.
I'm not surprised. What's blowing my mind is our government's worried about the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're worried about the wrong thing. They have Chinese literature. It's written in Chinese language. Excuse me. How make that make sense? Are you not expecting them? Because if you're not expecting them, that would be a surprise, and you would be trying to get people to translate. You knew these people were coming, and they are set up better than the other immigrants that are coming over. Why are they coming over in such droves, but we know nothing about it? Like, this is my first time hearing this, and I'm nosy. So this is my first time hearing this, and I am blown away. Not much can blow me away, but this is our government is worried about the wrong dang on thing.
Yeah, we got the wrong thing going on here. Here's the thing about it. What and I'm gonna let that play. You'll see the video playing there. When the immigrants are coming across, now you notice something. This is being sponsored by the United Nations. Okay, and they have something called NGOs, non-governmental organizations. Those are the ones, if you see right there, you see they're giving supplies, they're passing supplies to them, selling some, giving some, because they're starting there in Quito, Ecuador. They're going to have to go through the Darien Gap, which is one of the roughest jungles in the world. And they got the rain, the mud, and everything, so they have to have that. It takes them a few days to get through the Darien jungle, the Darien Gap, okay? And then they get into Panama. Then they have to trek up the road, and they just go. And so what's happening is, get this. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. When they come across seeking asylum, guess what the Border Patrol has to do?
Let them in.
Let them in. they're giving them armbands, and then they're sending them to one of these NGOs, these non-governmental organizations, for them to process them. And when they get to the NGOs, here's where it really gets interesting. They are getting $3,000 gift card and a cell phone. Now you say, why the cell phone? Because they're giving them a date for a hearing, an asylum hearing, but they are so far back. Some of the asylum hearings now aren't till 2028, 2029. So they have to have that phone so they can contact them to remind them, don't forget you're supposed to be in a hearing, on March 31st, 2028.
Wait.
Yes.
That's what you're gonna tell me? You're
Yes.
gonna tell me that they're getting a phone just to remind them about their asylum date?
Yes. They have to be able to communicate with them because they don't have an address. They're not getting their names. Now, here's another thing. If you watch this video as well, those of you who are able to see this video, let's show you something here. Let's see. Let's go back over here because you're gonna watch this part here.
Venezuela, you go America. Yeah.
After Nicoclí, the next stop along the route is the Darien Gap, the lawless stretch of jungle connecting North and South America, where illegal aliens are frequently raped, robbed, or killed. The Darien Gap has 3 entry points: Akandi, Coppergana, and Querétaro. Unlike Akandi and Coppergana, which are in Colombia, Querétaro is in Panama. Illegal aliens are required to pay human smugglers for a boat ride in order to access this route. The Akandi and Coppergana routes, often chosen by poor illegal aliens, are notorious for incidents of violence and fatalities. Treks through these routes can last up to 5 days and are done without much guided assistance. The Querétaro route, though still dangerous, offers a shorter journey of only 2 days, with guides leading aliens through the jungle. This reduces the risk of criminal encounters, but the added safety and smuggling fee to get from Colombia into Panama by boat make the Querétaro route more expensive. This route is preferred by wealthier special interest aliens, such as the Chinese. Querétaro itself is a primitive village, composed of simple huts, and is a community largely disconnected from the modern world. It serves as a landing point and staging place for illegal aliens before they enter the gap.
Okay, I'm gonna let this play some more. Now, there you go. That's just one leg of the trip. They get $3,000 gift card and a cell phone once they cross into the border of the United States of America. Now, if you notice there, you do see a few kids, a few women, but mainly it's military-age men.
Now, I got a problem with that.
Talk to me.
Because all that can be alleviated, because if you are of military age, they should be being enlisted instead of coming over here to the United States and becoming our problem over here. Now, I'm not saying that, this is the land of the free and no one should be able to come over here. But if I could get up and I can go raise my right hand and serve in the military, so should they. Now, I do know in Asia, I do know in Korea, and I think it's Korea, that the men of a certain age, they have to go into the military.
Right.
But apparently it's not in China.
No.
Or they're fleeing to get away from that.
Well, are they fleeing or are they being sent? Because they're coming in by the busloads of hundreds.
Well, they're being sent, and because I know Chinese, I know China does like they do like a certain cap, like they get rid of certain people. They get rid of some of the population to get at a cap, so they don't have all these overabundance of people. They pay people to go out on the street and pick up pieces of paper. Like this is a full-time job for these people. So they can only have certain amount of jobs, and the overflow they need to get rid of because it's all about appearances. So I'm having a huge problem with this. This is to me, this is a problem. This is, you're giving $3,000 to people who were not born here in this country, but you got children here that they're not able to get school lunches. You got families that are starving, living in huts. But you got these people coming over here getting $3,000, not $300. I mean, you can do a lot with $300 for some beans and rice and a couple of beans and weenies. My thing is, you need to start at home and fix home first, and then you need to figure out why in the dickens are these people being dumped. They're being dumped.
Well, and here's the thing. Let me say this, because I know some people that I don't want people to get offended, because I do have a dear friend who has their father lives in a country in Central America, and they have some family there, and they're not a citizen. So it could be very likely that their father or some of their family members, extended family members, may decide to come up here. I listen. I'm not blaming the immigrants. Okay, let's we're not blaming them. A lot of them live in poverty, below the poverty level. Okay, they don't have anything. You see some of them living there in huts. So if I have an opportunity to go somewhere, I may have to go through the jungle and get on the train and go to the bus and walk for several miles every day. But if I have the opportunity to go somewhere where they're telling me I get a check, I get a cell phone, okay, and hold on, and a place to stay for free, I probably would go myself and then send some of that money back home. So we're not blaming. I don't want anybody to call me a racist and all like that. We're not blaming the immigrants. They're trying to get that American dream. The problem that I have is the American dream for us in America is becoming a nightmare.
Absolutely. Now that is speak on that. That is absolutely that's the truth. That's the truth, Ruth. When I tell you, if you don't start at home, start cleaning around your own doorstep before you invite someone in. How in the entire hell are you able to provide for them, but you have no idea, and you're telling me I make too much money, I can't get no stimulus check.
Right.
So,
right.
But you can give it to somebody else. I'm gonna need you to make it make sense. That is I don't know who's making the decisions. Yes, I do. But they're not doing a good job. Okay, they're not doing a good job. And these people didn't score well on their ACTs or SAT. Must be because they're not doing a good job, because this makes no sense. This is a hot, funky mess, because there's no reason why we should be in the state that we're in. And it's not just that we're in a bad state. We're in a horrible state. This is a horrible state. Here it comes. Here's my word. This is a shit show over here. Mm-hmm. But they get to come over $3,000 richer just for being.
Yeah. Here's what the bad thing about it is, in New York City, they're having a budget crisis right now because whether you agree with it or not, Governor Abbott from Texas has been flying and sitting on the bus, many of them to New York City, because what's been happening is those towns there on the border. These are towns with 20,000 people, 25,000 people. If you got 50,000 people coming to your town and you only got 20,000 people normally live there, they're overtaking the town. I mean, they're overtaking the border towns.
Wait a minute. There's more than enough room in Texas, okay? There's open plains out there in Texas, but the good old boys don't want nobody on their property. So you're going to cram them into New York, who is already overcrowded? That makes no sense. That is a racist thing that he's doing. Oh, Governor Abbott himself. That's racist. There's more than enough room in Texas.
But where are you going to house them?
You're going to build houses.
How you going to get the money to build? How you going to get the money to build the houses?
Put them to work.
No, I mean, because you got to think. It's on the taxpayer. In New York City, do you know the infamous storied Roosevelt Hotel is no longer the Roosevelt Hotel? The Roosevelt Hotel is where all the migrants, well, it was one set of migrants. They have the entire hotel free. They have to pay anything. They're feeding them. They're housing them. And of course, the girls are getting raped, and people are getting hurt. But there are hotels now in New York City and even in the boroughs now that are being used to shelter the migrants. And it's not even enough. So when you go to the hotel, they're all down at the sidewalk, sleeping on the sidewalks and tents and the whole 9 yards. And in New York City, they're getting $2,200 a month. Oh, Lord have mercy. $2,200 a month for expenses. It's so bad, Diva, that the mayor, he was doing it there in the budget crisis because the mayor was actually trying to say, hey, I'm going to have to cut. He proposed to cut the officers' overtime, policemen and firemen overtime, so they'd have money to continue to take care of the migrants. Now, you know that ain't going to go well, because now, if I'm working overtime and not getting paid overtime, I'm not going to respond to many calls.
I'm going to be eating donuts. So listen, and you know that this is a thing. When New York runs over with people, where do they go? Where do they go?
Well,
where do people from up north go? They come here. They come to Florida.
Well, I think Florida's closed. Florida needs to be closed. Listen, everybody's moving down here.
If Florida is not closed, we need to close it now.
I'm going to show you this piece here. Yeah, this is rough. Let me show you this part here. Look at these people here. These gentlemen here. Watch
Syria.
This. Syria. They're hiding their faces.
What country are you guys from? Hey, well, why is it a big secret?
Syria.
What's the problem?
No.
Why not?
No.
Whoa, what's the problem? You guys from Syria? You guys okay?
It is
wow.
here that illegal aliens are processed.
Look at this.
And given the aid and instructions necessary to continue their journey to the United States. So-called migration route maps can be found everywhere.
Red Cross.
The UN-affiliated organizations seen earlier along the route also have a presence inside these Panamanian camps. A few on the scene include OIM, Red Cross, UNICEF, HIAS, European Union, Doctors Without Borders, UNHCR, and the Norwegian Refugee Council. From these camps, illegals are put onto buses and shuttled northward to Costa Rica. From here, illegals ride buses across Nicaragua, Honduras, and Guatemala until they reach the border of Mexico. We traveled to the Guatemalan border town of Tecunuman, where human smugglers, most likely affiliated with the Sinaloa cartel, charged us $125 each to be smuggled into Mexico.
All right. So you see here, the Sinaloa cartel is the largest, most prominent cartel in Mexico. They're saying right now, it's been estimated that they made almost $10 billion over the last 3 years in human trafficking by charging these people this. And this caravan that we're watching right now, they see the two journalists there in front of it. And that little group right there is over 2,000 people going up the road. 2,000 people. That's just one little group that's coming here. No documentation. We don't know whether. Wait! I forgot one thing. Not only are they getting $3,000, not only are they getting the cell phone, but they also get a bus ticket or a flight to wherever they want to go. And they don't have to go through all the security check that we have to go through because remember, they don't have any ID.
So what if they're a serial killer? What if they're a rapist? What if they're a pedophile? We just gonna come on over.
Yeah, no, some of them, that's what they were saying. One of the things that these NGOs do, they hand out condoms. They teach them how to put on condoms because there's a lot of there's a lot of sex raping and sex trafficking and all like that. That's the other part of this.
They're going to use those condoms for water balloons. They're going to have a water balloon fight. This is the most asinine thing I've ever heard of. What in the Hogan's Heroes is going on here? This is the most idiotic plan. And you still you don't take care of your Americans, and you treat them like crap.
Mm-hmm. Listen, we have, and let me say this. For those of you who don't know, the RN Diva is a veteran. Thank you so much for your service. But we have veterans that have not made out as well as the Diva has, that they don't get the best of service at the VA. And a lot of them are suffering from PTSD and a lot of different things, not excluding those who have the physical ailments. And so some of them, it's a hard way for them to get on their feet or get back on their feet. And many of them are living under bridges, living under overpasses, living on the streets, in and out of drug rehab and whatever case. And they can't even get any type of assistance.
You know, the thing is, I have always said that there shouldn't be a veteran on the street anywhere in any city at any time. Mm-hmm. Okay, because you weren't thinking about all that when you look at this. This is just happy. You weren't thinking about all of that when folks were just signing up, willingly. You know what I'm saying? But now these people are back and they are traumatized about what has happened over there. There are people that are doing 2, 3, and 4 tours over there because when they come back, there's no help. One of the biggest jokes that runs along people that have been in the military is the VA. I don't do the VA. Right. I don't have the time or the patience to do the VA. Yeah. But there's no reason why each and every veteran, there should never be a veteran standing in the media with a sign saying I'm hungry. Yes, they have substance abuse. If you saw what they saw over at war in Vietnam and Desert Storm and all that, you would be traumatized too. You would be losing your mind too. You would hear voices. You can't sleep at night. I remember when I first came back, you couldn't rattle a bag or pop. You used to pop the paper bag. Couldn't do that around me. Shell shock. Right. So we couldn't even begin to tell you what happens in wartime, and it's not fair that veterans are not first and foremost on the minds of the American people, the government. And I'm looking at the video here. President Biden's the best. My thing is this, all they're worried about, those idiots running for president, all they're worried about is getting, they like me, but you're not helping anybody but them. Wait until they get here and get in the workforce and they start becoming.
Yeah. Watch this. I want you to watch this.
Change.
Watch this.
Aquí viene de todo, cubano, venezolano.
We're with the captions here. They're from Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Colombia, Cuba. Do you all like President Biden? Why? He's a president who helps immigrants a lot. So they love Biden.
Biden por todos.
Biden for everyone.
No, but ¿por qué los migrantes le gusta Biden?
Do Biden's like the migrants like Biden? Yes. He supports the migrants.
¿Es un mejor presidente de Trump?
Is he better than Trump? Trump, the worst president of the United States. Trump is not good. Trump does not want migrants.
Oh, okay.
Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have going on. Put your comments down below. I'd really like to know what your comments are and how you feel about this. Is this an invasion? Is it okay? Do we have enough going on in America that we can go ahead and take? Right now, there's estimated All right, even it's estimated now to be about 10 million that have crossed the border over the last 3.5 years. 10 million, which another statistic that will blow your mind is as of 2022, they haven't done it for 2023, but as of 2022, do you know that more migrants have come across the border than children that have been born in the United States during the same time period? I'm going to say that again. More migrants have come across the border in the time period for 2022 than children were born in the United States.
Let me tell you something. Listen, see, I'm sitting here quiet because I'm trying to process because it just doesn't make sense to me. Where are they going? Where are we putting them?
Well, the mayor of Boston.
We pay for it on the back end, you know.
Yeah, we're paying for it. We're paying for it in more financially in more ways than one. We're here in the Tampa Bay area, and there are a lot of Latinos and everything here already. We haven't really been hit that I can see, but then again, I'll be full disclosure, both of us live in suburbia, but and I'm in a gated suburbia. But the issue is we haven't really seen the effect hit yet here, but places like New York, Boston, DC, San Francisco, big city, Chicago. Chicago, they're staying in the police stations now in Chicago. They're sleeping in the police station, some of the precincts, and they're taking over the airport. They're sleeping all in the airport now because they have the roof on and it's cold. When you go to the airport in Chicago, O'Hare,
I say they should be. I say give them a couple tents and sleeping bags and put them out at the campgrounds, or let them go sleep on the lawn at the White House.
They can't get through that gate. But here's the thing about it. In Chicago, they're actually building a camp for them to, which here's the other thing. Also in New York City, they're not just staying in the hotels, but now they are staying in the schools. They're using some of the schools. So last week, a week or two ago, the schools they started doing, like during COVID, a couple schools had to have the children start learning at home because they were using part of the school to house the migrants.
It just keeps getting worse.
Out of control.
Everything that comes out of your mouth so far is getting worse. Before we go on, at the sound of my voice, every veteran that hears me speaking right now, I want you to like and subscribe to our channel and keep in touch and just jump down in those comments. Give me your comments. This is an injustice for veterans. I understand people want opportunity and they want to live and they want a better life for their children. I understand that. But there are people that went and served their country, went to war several times. We're still dealing with Vietnam veterans who are being turned away at the VA. I need every veteran at the sound of my voice that can hear me to like and subscribe our channel and jump down in the comments and give me your opinion. I am flabbergasted. Every time I see a veteran in the median with a sign, it breaks my heart. If I could take care of all of them, I would. But of course, I'm not rich. And even if I was rich, I still don't have enough money. Mm-hmm. And they're sick. And they're mentally sick. Mm-hmm. So veterans, stand tall, 10 toes down, like and subscribe. Your girl here, United States Air Force, and I'm here for it. I'm here 10 toes down. I'm ready to give whatever I need to give awareness because I've been doing my little bit. I've been doing, but now it's time to do my big one. So I need y'all to jump down in the comments and give me what you got. Whatever questions you may have, let me have it.
And those of you who are listening on the Spotify or on our podcast apps, Her email is the rndiva@gmail.com. It's at the bottom of the screen, the rndiva@gmail.com, or you can also hit me up at info@robcarpenter2.com. Please don't let your pride, don't let you get
no, please
if
don't.
Need help, if we can't do it, we'll
find somebody.
Buy this resource. There are resources here. It's just the fact that people that right now they're trying to put it down there for the border, but we've got to look out for our own.
Right.
But for those of you who want to, we're going to take a turn here to finish your story. For those of you who want to see the rest of this video, it's about 40 minutes long. It's Muckraker, MuckraKer.com, muckraker.com. They're the two gentlemen that did that and they embedded themselves. You can watch the rest of that. But here's the other thing. Here's where we're going with our wonderful Supreme Court, because Texas has finally been trying to do something about this, and they've been putting up razor wire along the border, different things like that. Well, the Biden administration sued. The Biden administration sued for them to stop putting up the razor wire. Okay.
Oh, Joe.
Sued Texas. And it went back and forth. First they lost, then they won the appeal. It went to the Supreme Court last week, and here's the result of that. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4. It said that Texas they have to take down the razor wire while they make a decision. So basically, they said take down the razor wire because it's the federal government's job to protect the border, and it's not Texas' job to do it. So we're at a standoff because right now you have the governor of Texas has said no. They're still laying the razor wire along the border, and they're daring the federal Department of Homeland Security, the federal whoever, to stop them. So we may have a standoff at some point. Let me just read this for Texas Governor Greg Abbott has continued to install razor wire around the migrant and Gulf border city despite a U.S. Supreme Court ruling this week that granted federal agents access to the area. In other words, y'all leave, we'll take care of this, which is doing nothing. Texas razor wire is an effective deterrent against illegal border crossings encouraged by Biden's open border policies, Abbott defiantly wrote on X Wednesday. We continue to deploy this razor wire to repel illegal immigration. Texas officials cordoned off Shelby Park in Eagle Pass, Texas, earlier this month and stationed state National Guard units at the site to block anyone, including Border Patrol agents, who hadn't been granted prior approval from entering. Abbott argued that the parcel has been used as a gathering place for migrants entering the U.S. by crossing the nearby Rio Grande River. And you can see some of the pictures there, the razor wire. The Department of Homeland Security is fighting to regain access to the stretch, contending its personnel are unable to reach migrants in the case of emergency care. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that the U.S. Border Patrol agents can cut through the concertina wire to access the site if needed. But Abbott has since doubled down on the gamut, erecting additional razor wire in the area since the ruling.
When there is a bleed, when something is bleeding, you travel until you find the origin of it to stop the bleeding. They're talking about all this razor wire and this, that, and the other. They need to go back to China and Syria and all these places where these people are being shipped out, and they need to stop the bleed.
If you see right there in the picture, those of you watching on Facebook, X, and YouTube, you see the razor wire there, and behind that is the part of the wall that they built, Trump built, and also Texas built. But here's the thing. They didn't finish it because on the first day of inauguration, one of the executive orders that our dear president signed was for them to stop building the wall. So literally they stopped. I mean, they had to stop that day. So parts of the wall that weren't finished, equipment that was out there, everything had to be left. So the migrants are like, oh, okay, we'll just walk on through. Or they're taking the equipment and cutting down some of the, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. I mean, it's literally out of control. And so we have the federal agents and the Texas National Guard kind of in a standoff right now, literally, to see until the Supreme Court makes a decision. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna deal with this because you can't. Here's the thing about it: 10 million people have come into the country, and we don't know where they're going.
Exactly. Like, where are they?
Yeah.
But dude, in Texas, Gregory Abbott, the governor, dude in Texas, he has room. There is a wide open plain out there in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And free labor until they can get on their feet.
Well,
man, miss me with that foolishness. They're going to send them to New York and they're going to end up in Florida. And I've already said, we are a peninsula. We have nothing but lakes and rivers, and we're surrounded by water. We are under sea level. We don't have any room. Stay where you are. We don't need you to come down here. We are almost underwater completely. And then when the hurricanes come, then you want to go up. We ain't got enough water in the grocery stores for y'all to come down here till we don't have any room. I tell you what we'll do. We'll let you know when we have room. We'll put you on a waiting list and we'll get back to you. But right now, Florida, we're closed. We can't.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it because and what's happening is crime in a lot of these areas where they're coming in, says, you know, and here's the thing about it. Some of them are committing crimes, rape, murder, this, that, and other. They're being deported, and they're coming right back across the border.
Because nobody's checking.
Right.
That is the stupidest. Whoever came up with that idea, they need to be throat punched, like right in their throat. Because that right there. Right, wow, right in your throat, because you have no, like, you're not responsible. Somebody got raped or killed or robbed or something, but you send them away and they're gonna come right back. They're like a badass boomerang. That's what this is. This is a badass boomerang situation. We got a shit show.
Yeah, and also there have been terrorists. That's people that's on the terrorist list who have been caught coming across the border. So, matter of fact, there's one guy. Yes, ma'am. Question.
Who in the Hogan's Heroes that came up with that one? You mean to tell me they have found out that there have been a terrorist or two? I don't care if it's a -1 terrorist. They found one, and here it.
There is a video of a guy who was just released from. He just released. He was part of the group. There's some terrorists that we did a trade with recently, with some country, and they let them free. We traded whatever. He's not from Iran, but he's from one of those countries near Iran. Here he is, right here. This gentleman right here.
And were we the target of this terrorist?
Yeah. Of course. This gentleman right here, and I'm showing this because he was recently released like 2 months ago from being held. And here's the thing about it, dear hearts. Here's the thing about it. That right there, that's him at the border. And somebody said, "Hey, you look familiar. Do you know who I am?" His words, they got a video. I can't find it right now. He said, "Don't worry about who I am. You'll find out who I am." That's what he said on camera. That guy right there. So there's another one that had a whole busload of Chinese nationals that came in. So we got it.
Oh, he's plotting. We're
sitting ducks. We're sitting ducks.
Absolutely. Out in the middle of a pond. No cover whatsoever.
So that's where we are.
In this piece, they finna get us.
Yeah. Because we have been. I'm gonna say this, and then we'll move on to our first break. We have meddled in a lot of people's business around the world in the history of the United States of America, whether good or bad. And these people have a vendetta against us. So you open the border, hey, I'm going to walk right in, live off of y'all, and then come here and cause trouble.
And then cause havoc.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. By the way, our borders are the person who's, I mean, it's Department of Homeland Security and all like that, but our border czar, who was put in charge of the border, who hasn't been to the border yet in 3 years, is our vice president. But she not worried about that right now. She so it's just wild. It's just wild. So you need to pray. We need to pray. We need to be proactive. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a believer in the Second Amendment, you better get prepared. And if you don't believe in the Second Amendment, you better learn how to get some defense classes and mechanisms and all kind of stuff, because when this thing blows up, and it will, and I don't mean that pun, but when it's because the 10 million that we are the ones we know
that
about.
We know of.
That ain't the ones that came through some little woods somewhere and never even just walk. Yeah, because I mean they're walking across the Rio Grande River like it ain't nothing. Just like it ain't nothing, and it's not enough border patrol agents to catch them. So I mean, you think of it. You got 1,000 people. You got 100 border patrol agents. Guess what?
What you gonna do?
So anyway, we need to pray and really figure out what in the world is going on. Put your comments down below, and don't forget, those of you who are veterans, please contact us, reach out to us. Our email address is down at the bottom of the screen, info@robcarpenter2.com or the rndiva@gmail.com. If you need help, we can help you find resources and everything like that. And that's at no charge to you or anything. We just want to help because we got to look out for home and take care of those people. Cool?
Cool.
All right, Diva, tell us about our new sponsor, one of our new sponsors. Go ahead.
Yes, one of our new sponsors is, do you need to rent a car? Do you need a car? Everybody trying to get around. Some people don't have the luxury. Well, I can help you. There is a company called A.S. Costanzo. They are a Turo car rental service, and they have top-of-the-line models of everything you could imagine. If you want to drive a Phantom, you want to drive a Rolls-Royce, Maserati, you need to contact A.S. Costanzo, LLC. Listen, these people have it all, and they give you white glove service. They are very, very attentive to their customers, and they make sure that your experience is amazing. Every time I read a review from A.S. Costanzo Enterprises, every time I read one on them, it's absolutely, it's amazing. It's amazing. You cannot go wrong with this company. You don't want to go to Hertz and I don't even know, Dollar, what are the other, Avis? Like, you don't want to deal with them. You want someone that's hands-on, that white glove service, somebody that is thoughtful enough to, if you fly into Palm Beach International, Fort Lauderdale International, or Miami, they will meet you at the airport. They will bring the car to you. And Suzette, who's one of the owners, will actually give you a special welcome gift. That special touch. There you go. Makes you feel good. So get in there, folks. You need a car. Get out there. Get online and look. They're on every social media platform. IG, TikTok, Facebook, Google. They're on everything. Okay? Look for A.S. Costanzo Enterprises, LLC, and rent yourself a luxury car. That's it. Oh, let me give you the phone number. The phone number is 954-794-1221. Again, that number is 954. I'm going to correct myself. 494-1221. Folks, go and get yourself a luxury car to ride around with. You want to stunt, you want to front for the ladies, fellas. Nobody has to know. Just go over to A.S. Costanzo Enterprises and get yourself a Turo rental. Now, if you decide that you'd like to put your car into the fleet, you can do that as well. Reach out to Suzette or Anthony and discuss those options. And you, too, can make money by just having your car added to their fleet. Again, A.S. Costanzo Enterprises, LLC, and the number is 954-494-1221. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so excited. We have a new segment here called Ask the RN Diva. Let's get this going. Let's go. We're gonna set this up for. I can't wait. Before we go, this is not medical advice. This is just her opinion and from her 30 years of medical experience. Let's go.
Okay. So a lot of times I get the question, we've gone through COVID, we've gone through RSV, we've gone through the whole mask thing, the mandatory thing, and so many people are pushing back. They don't want people telling them what to do, but they go to the hospital sick as a dog. My co-host just went through RSV. Now, when he called me and he texted me and told me how sick he was, and then when he went to the doctor and then he came back home and he goes, I have RSV. And I said, do you remember us talking about RSV? Did I explain to you how serious it was? That it is so severe, usually seen in children, but it's so severe that you can't breathe, you have copious secretions. And what happened? This man was so sick. You're going to learn to listen to me. But this man was so sick that he was laid out for a couple of days, for like a couple of weeks. I want to say maybe 2 weeks. So folks, there used to be RSV, okay, before COVID, pre-COVID, that would run its course. It is a virus, a respiratory syncytial virus, that will run its course and then it's out of here. But now the RSV is not just the RSV. I am convinced that it is a mixture of flu, RSV, and COVID. And it's that super COVID. So folks, make it your business to wash your hands. I've said that time and time again. If you've ever been on one in any of my Facebook lives, you know I say wash your hands and I said social distance. It can't hurt. Now I'm suggesting it to you. I'm not telling you what to do, but I can guarantee had Pastor Robert listened to the RN Diva, he wouldn't have been laid up and the man was incapacitated. These strains that are out there now, it's because no one's washing their hands. No one is wearing a mask. No one is social distancing because they don't want anybody to tell them what to do. I'm telling you, they will turn you away at the hospital at this point because they're not admitting everybody because they don't have the room. And because this needs to be an isolation issue, they're not going to leave you in the hallways like they would do a hurricane or a storm or whatever. So be cognizant of what you need to do to protect you and yours. So that's my question, Shonda. How are we combating this RSV? Why is it so bad? And that's why it's a combination of the flu, COVID, and RSV, and everything's mixed in there together. There is no cure for a virus. You must treat your symptoms. Go to Walgreens, CVS, wherever herbal store you want to go to, and get the things that will treat the symptoms. Lay your butt down, rest, and push fluids. You've got to get your body back into a fighting machine. You can't go out there with an immune system that is compromised. Helping that would be masking. Helping that would be social distancing. Helping that would be washing your hands. If you ever speak to a nurse or a doctor, one of the first things we do when we walk in the room is we wash our hands. One of the last things we do is wash our hands and walk out the door. Okay, so if you can't do that for yourself, then I'm kind of thinking you want to get sick. But I'm promising you, you don't want this mixture, this hodgepodge of disgustingness. It is, and it just beats your body down. And your immune system is no longer the same once you have it. Once you go through this type of thing, you will keep some remnants of it. It could be just congestion. It could be a little rattle of a cough, but you're going to keep something. So do yourself a favor and take the precautions. Be proactive so you don't have to end up laid up because you just can't do for yourself. It's not worth it. Do it, folks. Wash your hands, social distance, wear a mask, tell somebody that knows something about it. Okay. You got friends and family, tell them too. Okay. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Ask the RN Diva. That's my new segment. And you can reach me at therndiva@gmail.com. Any and everything you want to ask, I'm here for it. But I am giving you my opinion. I am not a medical doctor, so I cannot give you, I'm not diagnosing you. I can't give you, but I can opine all day long. Okay. But folks, take care of yourselves. Keep those questions coming. And I promise you, I will do my very best to keep you abreast of what's out there. Help me out here.
Thank you so much, Diva. Thank you so much. And yes, as some of you may know, I had shoulder surgery back in October, and I was in a sling, and I got through that, was getting through my physical therapy. And New Year's Eve, I preached a message at Revelation Community Baptist Church called Cry Your Last Tear. And I preached that, and the New Year came in, we prayed the New Year in, and by 5 after midnight, I was walking to my car, but the air was really brisk, and I was wet from preaching, and I went home, and I woke up New Year's morning, and I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. I was just like, somebody hit me with a freight train. And so by the second day, I think I called you immediately. But
yeah.
The second day, I had to go on to, they tested me for COVID, the flu, and bronchitis, and they said, you got RSV. I said, oh, man. And there was nothing, there was no, you just had to
let it had to run its course.
It was so bad, y'all. I missed the first Sunday of the year at church. I was like, I can't go. I wasn't eating.
Mister, because you would have tried to go had I not snatched the knot in your behind. Because I had told you better not go.
Right,
Folks, and this man was so sick. Yeah, I have never seen secretions come out of one person as much as this one. Oh my God!
I've got pictures. No, I won't. Listen, it was all my lungs were just congested, and it was
so bad. It was just, and that's what I'm talking about. And that's that's not the RSV from back in the day. That's that one that's gotten super. That's that super bug. That's the RSV is killing people. RSV never used to do that, but now you got all that stuff. I have never seen any. This man was so sick. And how long? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was a good 2 weeks. Good
2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, and he still ain't 100 because he's not gonna be around me. No,
we're gonna start doing the show in the same. We're gonna start doing the show in our studio, together.
That's gonna be a negative ghostwriter. That pattern is full. Nah, son. Sound about right. No.
Moving on to our next story, we have here. I've been waiting for this one. I'm ready for this one. Diva, we're going to talk about Fani.
That's Fani Willis.
Fani Willis. Yeah. Oh,
Fani. Miss Fani Willis. If you can hear me, if anybody knows Fani, tell Fani I said, you dead wrong. Tell Fani I said, come on, man. Tell Fani I said, him? Tell Fani I said, what you doing? Tell Fani I said, you done messed up our chances of getting this. Tell Fani I said, call me.
Diva, if you read this story exclusive from the dailymail.com, check it out.
Exclusive. Invoices from lawyer lover hired by Fani Willis to prosecute Donald Trump in election interference case show he had 2 8-hour meetings with the Biden White House counsel. Scroll me up. Fulton County DA Willis hired attorney Nathan, is it Wade?
Wade.
As an anti-corruption special prosecutor. This man has not ever prosecuted anything of this nature. He's what type of lawyer?
Family law.
Family law. How many family law cases need a special prosecutor? Now, this is a case of a man who is like Teflon Don. Nothing sticks to Donald Trump. So you're going to bring in somebody who is not well versed to investigate Trump's alleged election interference. In a bombshell filing, Trump co-defendant Michael Roman claimed they were having an affair. They traveled to Napa Valley. They brought their asses down here to Florida. And they took a Caribbean cruise all on taxpayers' money. Now, Wade was paid. Man, come on here.
Tell it.
This man was paid almost $654,000 as a special prosecutor. He ain't never prosecuted nothing special in his life before now. Assisting Willis' sprawling probe of Trump's election overturn effort. If there was any chance, it's gone now because, honey, trust and believe, just to show us this nose is on my face, this woman has thrown a monkey wrench. Nobody's going to believe anything she says because she's done nothing but lie, steal money. Listen, and she's a sister. Hey, get her, because you just messed up our chance to clean out the dirty vents, the ducks, and all the Trumps, all that. We was finna suck all that foolishness up out of there. And here you come with your little stank boyfriend. Now, sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Does this little stank boyfriend have a significant other?
The stank boyfriend has a wife and 2 beautiful children.
Shut your mouth.
I'm going to show you a picture of them children.
Did he forget?
Here they are right here.
Oh, look at that.
I can't even tell which one is the mama.
Yeah, which one is the mama?
I don't know. Let me see.
Oh,
they were married.
That beautiful chocolate family. Yes. To the gods. Yes. I
Let's
can't
see
tell
here.
which one is and the puppy.
Yeah.
Where is he in the picture?
Yep, that's his children. That's his children, as they say. Yeah. Beautiful family.
You know, the allure of working with someone and having an affair with them. You all taking trips and going. What is the allure? What is we're gonna get caught? Are you serious? Like, you done brought this man. This is a conflict of interest if I've ever known one. If you look up conflict of interest, you're gonna see those 2 right there, right?
Listen, sweetie. Listen, Linda. Not only is this a conflict of interest, he was able to take care, provide for his wife and children. They've been married 26 years.
26 years.
She was a stay-at-home mom, and he filed for the divorce the day after Fani gave him the money. So I look at it as, let me say this right now, I'm not justifying what he did, full disclosure. He saw the come up, so he said, okay, well, but that was stupid. Because, bruh, she ain't worth it.
Sure. Okay,
she ain't worth it. She ain't worth it.
Is she married?
No.
She not married?
No. But she allegedly is a young dog. There was some rapper that she was representing.
Young Dog. I remember.
Right. She allegedly they were when he was her client.
And was. I believe it. Listen, them little rappers, they're gonna get in where they fit in. Wow.
So
she's a little thirsty.
Oh, she's
thirsty.
Quite parched. She's quite parched.
She's quite parched. But she's throwing around people's money. That ain't your money, lady. That's the taxpayers' money. That is not your money, lady. Hey, whoever know Fani, you tell Fani I said call me. Because I'm gonna need to talk to Fani on the sidebar. Because I need to do the sister on her. Is she in a sorority? Because they need to pull her to the side and give her the business.
Here's the bad part about it. Then the other Sunday, she went to church. She went to the Big Bethel AME church there in Atlanta. And let's see. Here's the video. I'm gonna play the video. It's an excerpt of her trying to.
All the glory I receive is His grace, not a perfect me.
Not a perfect me.
We are at a time in history, people. Hear me on this. We are at a time in history when you can no longer sit back and just let other folks do it. You cannot expect Black women to be perfect and save the world. The Lord is completing us. We are not perfect. We need your prayers. We need to be allowed to stumble. We need grace. With that kind of support, we will move mountains and do Jesus' will. Stumbling all the way. So his flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child has a message for each of you today. Please find a way to do your extraordinary, God-given assignment and make this community and the world a better place for all of his people. See, it is never about who you are. It is always about the great I am and who he is. See, we are all flawed, sinners, unworthy, imperfect, damaged, but we are qualified upon his calling. You can find common ground with people of all different ideologies if you simply commit yourself to being obedient and steadfast in your efforts and his word. If you commit yourself, God will turn your hard-headed self into the extraordinary for his kingdom. Thank you.
You old line. So all of a sudden now, feel sorry for me because I'm flawed. Really? You wasn't thinking about that when you was on that cruise? Huh? You wasn't flawed on that cruise when you was laid up drinking them pina coladas and them okay. You wasn't thinking about that then. You unworthy. You wasn't thinking about that when you gave that man $654,000 to be special counsel, and he's in family law, which he gonna need to brush up on. Because I hope his wife take it to the house. Take it to the house.
Here's the theme song for Fani. I'm gonna put the theme song for her right here.
Goodbye.
Yep. You know what song that is? Beyonce, Love on Top.
It's the theme song for the wife is your stuff is to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. But it's like, what are you gonna tell your daughter and your son, bro? Like, what kind of man, like, are you groveling? And he probably not even trying to save it.
All I know is
Fani, call me. Call me, Fani.
All I know is this.
I want to talk to you. Sister to sister. One of us ain't gonna make it out, but you call me.
Listen, as I heard Lionel at Lionel Nation on X and on YouTube, Lionel said Donald Trump, whether you agree with him or not, has to be the luckiest.
Teflon Don.
I mean, out of all the cases he has going, this would be the one that would put him in jail. Yeah, put him in prison.
Teflon Don. Nothing sticks to this man.
And she want to mess this up Because here's the other thing. Not only did she pay him $654,000, the other two special prosecutors, she only paid like $65,000, $70,000, and they actually have experience being special prosecutors. And part of the $654,000 was from COVID relief funds that they got. So it's federal and Georgia state taxpayers. So they're going to be investigating her because they're trying to see because see the wife, she came with the receipts of her divorce. She's worried about Trump. She just trying to get her due for this receipt, this divorce, because he was claiming he had no money and he was only paying allegedly $700 every 2 weeks child support. And she found out, you get $651,000 and you won't. Oh no.
Bruh. You are paying $700 a month or a week?
Every 2 weeks, $1,400 a month.
For two children. He's getting $650. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Both of them need to be pushed down in the dirt. Like you do on the playground, you push down the bully on. How dare you? And you're going to tell your children they're not worthy to get.
And watch this. Look at the receipts, y'all. I got this right here.
Curtis says Daily Mail. Receipts, baby.
First of all, what he did was he billed the state $2,000 for 8 hours, $250 an hour for a conference with the White House counsel, $2,000. Then he also, look at this, $2,000, $8,000. Discovery document, interview, meeting with attorney, $5,000. He billed $25,000 in a 24-hour period. So you mean to tell me
he don't even know what he's doing?
Yeah, in 24 hours straight. He billed him like, wait, nobody works 24 hours straight. He billed it. So he was he gonna be in trouble. Yeah. Now here's the other thing. The wife came with the receipts, and I was trying to find. I think I sent it to you. The wife came with the receipts. For instance, can I be real for a second? Can I be real? I'm gonna be real. I'm be real. I'm still Pastor Robert. All this sin that comes short of the glory of God. Thank the Lord for saving me and all that. And I'm delivered and set free. He was booking to buy the cruise and the plane tickets and the hotels on his credit card that he shared with his wife.
Oh, he going to West Hale. He going straight to West Hale.
Allegedly. And she produced the receipts because you can see on their credit card statement, and he would book it in Fani's name. So he'd be like, flight to Napa Valley or San Francisco, Fani Willis, and the cost of the ticket. Bruh. If you're going, I'm not giving any advice. I'm just thinking logically. If you're going to creep, if you're going to do something like that, bruh, you do that on another something. You don't do it on your credit card that the bill come there to the house to your wife. She actually had it all highlighted. So now they're going to be. I would
have it color coded. I would have had a pink highlighter for the trip. I will have a yellow highlighter for the hotel. How dare you? How dare you? Slow.
You gotta be a little slow.
One chromosome habit ass.
So get this. So he did all of that. And they went to all these trips. They went on a cruise when they went to DC to meet with the White House counsel. They flew together. So now what they're doing is now they're going to investigate her because it made it look like she's money laundering because she paid him so much. But did she pay him that much for him to kick back the money to her to spend on her?
Rico's gonna come see her. Rico Suave. He coming to see her. Rico is coming for you, Fani. Fani, call me. Fani, I need you to call me because I need to explain to you that Rico is coming for you. These folks don't play about Rico, sir.
Well, that's the case she has on Trump, Rico, and you doing it.
And you doing it.
Let's go to Tasha Cave, the blogger, the podcaster. She put a little a spin on this.
Our companion Floridian
Yes.
She is a Floridian. Come on, Tasha.
And by the way, just for Tasha K, she's down in the Fort Lauderdale area, by the way. And I just would like to know, as a side note, just a side note, many of you, it was reported to me on the King Jazz podcast last night that she was down in Los Olas getting some ice cream. And lo and behold, guess who walked into the ice cream shop? Pastor Jamal Bryant and his assistant pastor. And now the one of them married in Fort Lauderdale from Atlanta. Allegedly. And Jamal didn't see her, but Pastor Carey did. And she was like, and when she realized, and he was like, they said they dropped, he got out of line and ran out. Because like Tasha was sitting right there. Just happened to, he around there creeping and got caught by Tasha K. So anyway, here's what Tasha K has to say about this this situation with okay. Somebody just sent me some information. I've been pulling this up here. All right, let's go. Let's see here. This is funny.
This you will way up. That's just what it is. And you didn't think that they was gonna find out. And I'm just like, where's the justice for this black woman over here?
Yes.
That filled up the very man that you are enjoying right now for the small price of $630,000 every year.
Come
now,
on,
who paying that money? We got questions. We got questions.
Baby.
All right, there you go. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. And I just got some information someone just sent me. Thank you so much. One of my good friends in Chicago or the Chicago area. They just sent me. This is from Fox 5 Atlanta. Let's see what this is. This is hot off the press. Okay, let's pull this up here. Unsealed original divorce documents don't mention Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Let's see what it says there. You want to read this, Diva? Do you see that?
Unbelievable. Shoot. I can't see that. Fulton County, Georgia, the recently unsealed records pertaining to the divorce of Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade does not provide any new evidence of an improper clandestine relationship with his superior, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Lies you told. Y'all lying. Somebody wrote a good look. They lying like anyway. Wade was appointed by Willis to lead the investigation into the Georgia election interference case, resulting in the indictment of former President Donald Trump, aka Teflon Don, and 18 others. On January 8th, co-defendant Michael Roman, a former White House aide, filed a motion alleging a romantic involvement between Willis and Wade. Now, you know what? That may very well have been just smoke signals, a smoke screen to try to muddy the waters a little bit. But it really does not look good. Anyway, so he's alleging a romantic involvement between Willis and Wade, along with benefiting from the investigation. Roman also requested the unsealing of Nathan and Joycelyn's divorce records. Cobb County Superior Court Judge Henry Thompson ordered the how you just gonna unseal the people's stuff? He ordered the unsealing of these records on Monday. However, the extensive documents spanning hundreds of pages make no mention of Willis or any other potential romantic interest. Nathan and Joycelyn Wade were married on June 21st, 1997 and separated. Wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me back this up. They separated August 15th of 21, with Nathan filing for divorce on November 2nd, 2021. So they were already legally separated. Wait a minute. In her counterclaim submitted on November 20th, November 3rd, 2021, a comprehensive list of interrogatories was included. These questions covered financial matters related to Nathan Wade, along with personal aspects, including sexual partners. She putting out there. She getting dirty with it. And casual meetings with women other than his wife during their marriage and separation. Social media and dating website activities and inquiries about alcohol and drug usage. Listen,
keep going.
Until it is stamped, and do not be all up on these dating websites. You know, there's several people that call themselves dating or married, and they significant other is popping up on the dating website. Listen, I'm on dating websites because I am single. Okay, I ain't got no man. So I see all these people. Listen, I don't have. That's not my business, sir. But do not jump in my DMs talking about, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm a tell.
Keep reading.
I am telling.
Keep reading.
Okay, over the subsequent 2 years, Joycelyn Wade's attorney repeatedly complained about Nathan Wade's willful refusal to provide the requested documents or answer interrogatories. In May 2023, the court ordered him to submit all outstanding documents, including tax records and pay stubs, which he partially complied with in June 2023. Subsequently, he faced contempt charges in August 2023 and was directed to provide additional credit card statements and law firm records. See, he should have did it right out the gate. In September 2023, Joycelyn Wade filed a motion to reopen discovery, alleging that Nathan Wade, while appointed as a special prosecutor in the Trump case, was leading a lavish lifestyle, spending substantial amounts of money, leaving her with minimal financial support. Oh, I would be his. In December 2023, Nathan Wade reportedly produced some outstanding discovery responses, revealing credit card statements indicating non-work related trips with Willis. Ooh. As a result, Joycelyn Wade served Willis with a notice of deposition on January 8th. Wade has not admitted to a romantic relationship with Willis, and defended him in a speech at the historic Bethel AME Church on January 14th. Lies, she told. She sought a protective order against the deposition, which a judge granted. Damn. And at least temporarily. At least temporarily until one of Trump's people get that lifted. The impact of the alleged relationship between Willis and Wade on the case against former President Trump and the remaining co-defendants, where 4 have accepted plea deals, remains uncertain. Calls for investigations into the matter have been made, including Fulton County Commissioner Bob Ellis, who sent a letter to Willis last week, and Senator Greg Dolezal, who introduced legislation to establish the Senate Special Committee on the investigations to look into the allegations of misconduct. My God, today. Listen, like my guy Terry K says, my God, today. Listen, that an evidentiary hearing in the divorce case is scheduled for January 31st in Cobb County Superior Court, and Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee has set a hearing to consider Roman's motion to dismiss his case on February 15th. They in trouble. And more so, the American public is in trouble. That insurgents on January 6th is now being looked over, okay, because of this mess. Thank you, Fanny. Fanny, call me. Call me Fanny. Thank you, Fani Willis, for messing this up. Thanks for muddying the waters. And you wonder why they don't take us, the YT don't take us, the clears don't take us seriously. Because we get in these positions of authority and you around here trying to put TT and KK them And Pee Wee, you can't bring everybody with you, sis. I'm gonna need you to pick sparingly. That man got a whole wife and family. I know they separated for 2-3 years, but they're not divorced. And I should talk because but anyway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will listen. I'm just letting you go, letting you run.
Fani.
I'm letting you opine. Woo-wee. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay, but that was messy.
That's horrible, man.
That's messy. Even if it's not, even if they are, it's unethical.
Right.
Okay. May not be illegal.
The appearance of it all.
Right.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna get a little backlash, but people of color need to be a little bit more in line with the rules. Because if any little thing pops out, anything that does not go along the court according to law, they're coming for you, bro. They are coming for you. They're going through everything.
Fanny's a little hot in the fanny.
Fanny's hot in the fanny.
Oh, I got a million of them.
Fanny hot in the fanny.
Fanny.
Call me Fanny.
Fanny. And Nathan Wade, I see all he doing. He like, ooh, I got me almost $1 million. Okay, but you stupid, man. You spoke. Well, I'm not giving advice. But what you should have did was you should have not done it. But if you was gonna do it, you should have not left your wife. Come on, dog. He don't want to file for divorce. See, he filed for divorce. He's like, oh, I got this come up. But bro, it ain't no come up.
But he filed for divorce before this, though.
Yeah, but they started on this in 2021, 2022. So he knew, I guess, that shit, something, Yeah. But all I know is he gonna regret, because here's the bottom line. I'm gonna get in trouble. Come inside and come and get me. If you cheat on your wife with the jump off, and you leave your jump off, that means you leave your wife and then you go to the jump off and marry her.
Come on.
If y'all get married, it ain't gonna last.
Come on, preacher.
That's all she gonna do.
Because my mama said how you get him is how you lose them. Period.
It ain't gonna last.
The immortal words of Victoria Vicky Lou Blaine. Let me tell you something. I've been through it. I know what it feels like. And I know that ultimately it never ends up, if you get the man or you get the woman, there's always that little air of, I wonder what they're going to do to me. So, hey, I'll stay by myself.
Yeah, you got the money. But but think about it, you get the money and you got her. But then again, if she end up getting in trouble and she get a RICO case and she go to jail, now you got to have a prison ministry for the jump off. You got to have a prison
ministry. So if he have a prison, that means he can go visit.
He got to go visit.
Can they have conjugal visits?
I guess it's something that's dependent. Yeah,
but they got to be married.
They got to be married. So you left your wife for 20-some years in children, but somebody that you got to go down there to the prison to see when you get a chance, a visitation.
Mr. Willis is Mrs. name Wade. Mr. Wade, respect is due to a dog, but you are not getting any, Mr. Sir. You are a scoundrel.
I know they trying to get to come up. That's what I'm gonna get in trouble again. That's what they do.
All about this. It's all about the coin.
But this.
It's all about the coin.
And the thing about it is, it never works out. It never works out. I don't know, but I've counseled a lot of people who have been in situations like that. It never works out. It never does. But
this was not the case for you to be pussyfooting around.
Mm-hmm.
This was not. Yeah, you better have that look on your face. You better have that look on your face, because, bruh, Rico's coming to get y'all. Rico Suave. Yeah. You right here looking like a whole pit bull. Come on, sir.
Oh my goodness. Ladies
You
and
got you
gentlemen.
a little light-skinned one over here, so now you trying to act brand new. But you looking like a pit bull. Pit bulls can go to prison too.
He got the red bone. He got him a red bone.
He got him a red bone. I'm done.
He got one of them high yellow girls that couldn't do it. He left the chocolate. He left the chocolate, went to the caramel, the white vanilla.
Look how he looked into my You tell my baby, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you through this. Don't worry about it, baby. And you like, huh?
But ladies and gentlemen, in all seriousness, they went on a cruise. That's a fact. They went on a cruise. Did they stay in separate cabins? Was it a working cruise?
What working cruise you know of?
It was a Royal Caribbean.
And they went top of the line.
So they went on the cruise. It was a work cruise. It was a work cruise. It was a work cruise. They was working. Hey, they was working. Shake your body down to the ground.
Child, please. Child, please.
Oh man. I tell you what.
All the sense. I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed our podcast today. I tell you, this has been one for the books here. Thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to get in contact with us, if you want to stay in contact with us, you see down at the bottom of the screen for text updates and to get information from us firsthand before everybody else, you can text 813-285-4974, 813-285-4974, and you'll be on our text list to get updates on what we're doing.
Yes.
Standard messaging rates do apply. And also, if you'd like to reach the RN Diva, you can reach her at the RN Diva at gmail.com. RNDiva@gmail.com. Or you can email me, info@robcarpenter2.com. Info@robcarpenter2.com. Diva, if they want to donate to you, how can they see your little love offer, a little gift?
Well, if you'd like to send to my Venmo, I am with a $ RNDiva01. Listen, folks. That's my Cash App. I always do that. My Cash App is $ RNDiva01, and my Venmo is at Shonda-Blatch, BLATCH. Listen, folks, it's important to donate to people, but if you don't have it, don't push it. I'd rather you send it to a veteran. So, all the puppies. So, if you'd like to reach out to me again, Cash App is $ RNDiva01, and my Venmo is at Shonda-Blatch. I don't know why I'm having a hard time speaking tonight. And how can they get in touch with you, Pastor Robert?
If you'd like to get in contact with me, you can email me at info@robcarpenter2.com. If you'd like to donate to what we're doing here, you can go Cash App, $ RCTV Networks with an S. Or you can go on PayPal at the RCTV Network. Also, you can donate on Venmo at the RCTV Network. And if you have cryptocurrency and like to donate, you can donate that at Rob Carpenter II, at Rob Carpenter II at Coinbase. Definitely, anything you're able to do. We're so excited because this year we've got new equipment. Some of the new equipment wasn't working today. We got to work out some kinks. We got new equipment that we're doing and everything, and we're really taking this up to another level. But those of you watching us listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, come on. You can go up. Please give us a rating, give us some comments, and give us a rating. Those of you in YouTube, X, and Facebook, go ahead and share this with 2 or 3 people. And those of you on Rumble, also let us know. Let's let the people know that you're watching us and everything. I'm telling you, we're going to be back next week. And my dog is ready. That means that's our signal time. Time to go.
It's time to go.
Gentlemen, it's been a wonderful time. We'll see you next time on The Real Talk with the RN Diva. Bye-bye. Woo!